Let me share with you a little bit about my rolled buttercream. I prefer buttercream over royal icing because it tastes better and it's also much easier to paint on. Royal icing can be slick. To make the dough, I use my normal buttercream recipe, which includes milk or cream. Then I add some light corn syrup. I add about a tablespoon for every stick of butter that I've used. This makes the dough more pliable. Finally, I add more powdered sugar to make the dough a soft Play-Doh consistency. I put this in the refrigerator or in the freezer for a couple of hours so that it firms up even more. I take a small piece of that chilled buttercream and I roll it between two pieces of parchment that I've cut to a small size. I prefer the parchment because it leaves a very smooth finish on the rolled buttercream frosting. Once I've rolled it out to about 1/16 of an inch, I then remove both pieces of parchment, basically releasing the buttercream from the parchment paper so that after it's cut, it will be easier to move onto the cookie. You cut the buttercream to about the same size as your cookie. It can be slightly smaller, but it should not be bigger. After I cut, I then remove the excess buttercream from around the edges before picking up the cutter. Makes it much easier. Then here's my big trick. I actually use half and half or cream and I put a little bit on my finger and wet the top of that icing until it is very slick all the way around. This works much better than corn syrup and adds flavor to my cookie. Here you see me positioning the cookie base on top of the icing. I'm looking at side to side and I realize I need to push the cookie a little bit more to the top right to center it. Once I do that, I remove my parchment sheet and you can see it is almost a perfectly smooth surface. I do dab a little bit more cream on the one spot to help smooth it over. You can smooth the edges and smooth the top at this point. Then I leave my buttercream frosted cookies to dry before I paint them. And here you see these same cookies now decorated. I hope you've enjoyed this video and are able to make rolled buttercream frosting and attach them to cookies and decorate them yourself. Thank you.